in June. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, the communique that we're working on, these discussions that we're going to have this next 2 days, is going to be something that will be developed in the form of a document, a communique, which we will be presenting to you at the end of the day tomorrow. And we wish that this communique will be a representation of our views, our values, of what we want the internet policy or the internet policy landscape in the Gambia to look like in the near future. Now, this communique will then feed into the West African Internet Governance Forum, which is happening in Burkina Faso by the end of this month, which hopefully I'll be attending. And then that will feed into the African IGF, which will further feed into the global IGF happening in Paris later this year. The National Internet Governance Forum Steering Committee, which I humbly chair, is fully in place since the advent of an enabling environment by the current government, and it upholds free expression and openness of the internet in all forms. These are the guiding and fundamental principles of the Internet Governance Forum as a body. The committee is fully representational. We have stakeholders from the ICT community, which is ably represented by ITAC, the IT Association of the Gambia. We have people from the public sector. We have the Ministry of Justice ably represented, who will be here today. The AG's chambers would be here to talk to us about intellectual property. We have our NGOs community represented. We have the Gambia Press Union. We have the University ICT Association. It crosses across all stakeholders. This year's theme is Internet Governance in the New Gambia. The New Gambia has become a buzzword that we've all learned to be part of our lingo now. And we'll be talking about things like security in the digital economy. We'll be talking about data protection and privacy. We'll be talking about intellectual property. I truly look forward to the 2 days ahead. Your inputs during these sessions are vital and they're key. And we encourage you to talk to us, whether it is by walking up to the podium here and speaking to us and asking questions, whether it is by engaging us on our social media platforms, on Twitter, on Facebook. We're currently streaming this event right now on Facebook, on our Facebook page, the Internet Governance Forum, National Governance Forum in the Gambia. We are also receiving emails via our email, info@gmigf.gm. If you don't wish to come up to the podium, you can also send in your questions through there, and we would be able to read them out to the panelists, and you can fully engage on all platforms. So we are part of the internet governance ecosystem. We all are. So let us not hold back. Let us present our views during these 2 days. Let us engage. Let us ask. Let us discuss the key issues that underlie Gambia. Let us discuss the key issues affecting us around these themes. Let us ensure that our privacy as citizens are respected on and offline. Let us push for policies that protect the consumer of services. Let us encourage and educate our entrepreneurs and businessmen on intellectual property. Let us take charge of our destiny as citizens of this new Gambia. Let us change the narrative and speak out on how we want things to be regarding the ICT landscape and policy in the Gambia. Now, on behalf of the National Steering Committee, all our panelists, our facilitators, our rapporteurs, our sponsors, and my able support staff that have worked tirelessly to make this event what it is today, I thank you all for coming. I thank you all for your support, and I welcome you once again to this 2-day national face-to-face event. We look forward to very fruitful deliberations. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Biran Gillan, for that wonderful speech. I'll now call on the Permanent Secretary from the Ministry of Information, Communication and Infrastructure, Mrs. Amin Jai, to give our opening remarks, and then we have sessions beginning. Immediately after our opening speech, we'll have a coffee break, and then we'll now set up to get the day going. Mrs. Sinja.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Before I deliver my statement, I would want to extend the apologies of the Honorable Minister of Information Communication Infrastructure for not being able to be with us this morning due to other official engagement. Nonetheless, he has extended his the Director General, Gambia Submarine Cable, other senior government officials here present, the chairperson of the National Steering Committee, the representative of ITAG, the executive director, National Youth Council, visiting speakers from Facebook and Access Now, distinguished sponsors and partners, ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, all other protocols duly and respectfully observed. On behalf of government, the Minister of the fourth Internet Governance Forum in the Gambia, which is taking place after 6 years. Therefore, it is no surprise that the theme of this year's forum is Internet Governance in the New Gambia, which is organized to bring together all stakeholders to discuss public policy issues related to the Internet. Ladies and gentlemen, as we are all aware, Internet governance in the development and application is the development application by governments, the private sector, and civil society in their respective roles of shared principles, norms, rules, decision-making procedures, and programs. That shape the evolution and use of the Internet. It has continuously been evolving into a true multi-stakeholder approach since the inception of the first Internet Governance Forum in Athens in 2006, which was established after deliberations at the World Summit on the Information Society in Tunis in 2005. The government of the Gambia, aware of the critical role Internet governance could play in ensuring good governance, has taken the policy decision through MOICI to fully entrench it in all sectors of the Gambian economy, be it at the policy level, at the grassroots level, and at all the 7 regions of the country. Besides, within the National Development Plan of the Gambia, building a digital economy is a cross-cutting theme across all its objectives. In addition, a media reform committee has been instituted, which as at present has completed its review and submitted a report to the Ministry of Justice for consideration. All these steps are geared towards creating the enabling environment for us to build and develop a digital economy as enshrined in our National Development Plan, of which Internet governance issues will play a critical role. Ladies and gentlemen, as the IGF is a bottom-top approach from national, regional to the global level, the Gambia has effectively participated fully at regional level since the establishment of the West Africa Internet Governance Forum in 2010. Moreover, Since the coming of the new administration, for this steering committee since its inception in April this year. The resulting communique of this year's forum will then feed into the regional forum to be held later this year in Burkina Faso, and then into the Pan-African Forum to the global forum. Ladies and gentlemen, the bedrock of the theme, Internet governance in the New Gambia, is very important within the context of our